So this is a video I was hoping I wouldn't have to make, because if there's two things I hate doing, it's talking about my personal life and asking for money. But in this situation, I'm finding myself at a bit of a crossroads where I don't have much of a choice. Allow me to explain. Some of you may have noticed I haven't been uploading videos quite as frequently, and well, there's a reason for that. You see, making these videos is very time consuming. I have to research the subject I'm talking about, I have to break down and analyze the arguments being made carefully, I have to carefully consider how I want to phrase my arguments, not to mention do ungodly amounts of recording, cutting, editing, etc. Now, I don't mind putting in all this effort and energy because, after all, this is something I do enjoy, but the time-consuming nature of this makes it difficult for me to earn an income. Fortunately, for the past 2 years, I've been able to use DoorDash, which, in case you're not familiar with what that is, it's a service where you can order usually food, but it can be anything, and have it delivered to your house by a driver acting as a third-party independent contractor. And what was great about DoorDash is that I could work around my own schedule. I could, say, work for a bit, earn enough money to pay my rent, and have that remaining time free to just work on videos. It was great. Well, unfortunately, all that came to an end one day when I tried to open my app to start dashing and I find out that my account has been deactivated. Now, you can probably imagine the confusion I was experiencing at the time because, well, not to brag or anything, but I was pretty good at door dashing. You know, I was fast, the customers liked me. I don't think I've had one customer complaint against me over the 2 or 3 years I've spent doing DoorDash. Well, as it turns out, DoorDash, very eloquently, waited about a week or two after deactivating my account to actually send me an email explaining why. You see, it turns out that the whole reason my account was deactivated was because of a third-party background check. They found that I had some speeding citations on my driving record and used this as the grounds to deactivate my account. As you can imagine, when you're doing something like DoorDash and you're on the road quite frequently, there's a higher statistical likelihood that you'll get stopped by one of the road pirates. You know, I'm out there engaging in the voluntary economy trying to make people happy, and then along comes some thug of the state to try and gather government revenue off the hard work that I'm doing. There's a very real sense of feeling like a slave in that situation, because when a pig gives you a ticket while you're doing DoorDash, the next however many deliveries you have to do to pay off that ticket, you're basically working for the government and not yourself. The next however many deliveries you have to do to pay off that ticket, you're practically working for free. It really does feel like you're a slave in that situation. And what frustrates me the most about the whole situation is that I'm the one who's actually making money for DoorDash. I'm the one who's actually doing the hard work. The pig who sits on his ass and points a radar and harasses people, he's actually impeding my ability to earn money for DoorDash, but DoorDash sides with him and against me. You know, the way I busted my ass for that company and for them to just drop me like that, it really feels like a huge slap in the face. And of course, you know, I tried going through the whole appeal process to have my account reinstated. I tried explaining to them, hey look, these are all very minor infractions. I was going slightly above the speed limit. I've worked very hard for this company before. I've tried making this entire case to DoorDash, but the thing is, their appeal process is very wonky. You see, the appeal process at DoorDash is handled by people other than the regular customer service reps. They're handled by specialists. And there's no way to directly get a hold of these specialists. On top of that, your appeal can take up to 10 to 15 business days to fully go through. So that's almost a month you could be sitting around not earning any income. And DoorDash doesn't really update you on the status of your appeal or anything like that. So I've basically been in the dark this entire time trying to get a hold of some customer service representative who could help me. And every time I contact customer service about me, the only thing they say is file an appeal. And I tell them I already did. So yeah, the DoorDash appeal process, not very helpful. But anyways, now that I've lost my income, I've basically had to take a bunch of odd jobs. Basically just working at some local fast food joints, you know, whatever I could get. Because, you know, when you're desperate, you're not particular. I'm busting my ass and earning way less than I did before. I'm struggling to pay my rent, I'm struggling to keep my lights on, and I barely have time to make videos. So if you've been wondering why I haven't been uploading videos as frequently as I used to, that's basically the reason. Now, I'm trying to seek out other forms of monetization on YouTube to make it so that I can focus more time on making videos and less worrying about income. It's kind of tricky because I'm a small channel. In order to be eligible for monetization on YouTube, your channel has to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and I'm nowhere even close to that. I'm less than halfway there. The only other thing I could think of right now is my PayPal and Patreon, which I have links to both in my description. I really hate to ask, but if you are able to help, if you have a few dollars to throw my way, it's much appreciated. Again, link to PayPal is in the description. Any even small amount you can throw my way really does help. And if you have any suggestions for how I can seek other forms of monetization out there, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that as well. But moral of the story is that cops are not your friends. Larkin Rose said it best. They think like predators, they function like predators. Their job is to extort money from you to enrich the state, not to protect you. And I think that cops very much do earn the hate that they receive. Until next time, this is has been Philosophosa making stupidity play dead. Everyone take care.